You slept for 8 hours last night. You drank your coffee this morning. You physically haven't run a marathon or lifted heavy weights all day. Yet you feel heavy. There's this mental fog that just won't lift, and the thought of doing even the smallest task feels overwhelming. You tell your friends you're burned out. You tell yourself you just need a vacation. But deep down, you know that even if you took a week off to just sit on the couch, you would still feel this way. Here's the hard truth that nobody is telling you. You are probably not suffering from burnout. Burnout is what happens when you have done too much work for too long. What you are feeling right now is likely the result of doing too much of the wrong things, and your brain has literally shut down its reward system to protect you. You aren't tired because you're busy. You are tired because you are overstimulated yet underfulfilled. And until you fix the root cause, no amount of sleep is going to save you. Let's look at what is actually happening inside your head. If we look at the most viral conversations happening right now about mental exhaustion, everyone is talking about dopamine. But most people get it wrong. They think dopamine is just pleasure. It's not. Dopamine is the biological currency of motivation. It is the chemical that makes you want to go out and get things. In the past, our ancestors had to hunt, build, and survive to get a hit of dopamine. It was hard work. Today, you get a massive flood of dopamine just by opening your phone. Every notification, every short video, every refresh of the feed floods your brain with cheap, unearned reward chemicals. Think about it. If you spend your first waking hours scrolling through high-intensity content, you have effectively fried your dopamine receptors before you've even brushed your teeth. Your brain looks at your to-do list, maybe studying, working on a project, or going to the gym, and it calculates the reward. Compared to the instant high of the internet, real work looks boring. It looks painful. So your brain pulls the emergency brake. It makes you feel tired to stop you from expending energy on things it deems low reward. This is why you can scroll for 3 hours without blinking, but reading 2 pages of a book puts you to sleep. This state is often confused with laziness, but it is actually a biological mismatched state. You are stuck in a dopamine trough. The higher your peak of cheap pleasure, the lower your baseline drops afterward. That lack of motivation you feel is actually a withdrawal symptom. You are withdrawing from high stimulation digital noise. Another reason you feel this constant fatigue is something called decision fatigue, but not in the way you think. You might feel like you aren't doing much, but your brain is processing thousands of micro decisions every hour. Should I watch this? Should I like this? Should I reply to this? Is this news scary? Is this person living a better life than me? This background processing drains your neural battery faster than focused work ever could. It's like leaving 50 apps open in the background of your phone. You aren't using them, but your battery is dying at 1% every minute. You reach the middle of the day and you have zero cognitive energy left to make decisions that actually matter for your future. So, how do we fix this? The standard advice is to take a break. But if your break involves switching from a laptop screen to a phone screen, you aren't resting. You are just switching the source of the drain. To get your energy back, we have to do something counterintuitive. We have to embrace boredom. This is the concept of low dopamine mornings that is starting to change lives. The goal isn't to become a monk, it's to reset your baseline. For the next 3 days, try this. When you wake up, do not look at a screen for the first 60 minutes. No music, no podcasts, no checking messages. Let your brain wake up slowly. Let it crave stimulation. When you deprive your brain of the cheap stuff, suddenly the hard stuff becomes appealing again. Writing that essay, cleaning your room, or going for a walk starts to feel doable because your brain is starving for any kind of engagement. You also need to distinguish between passive rest and active rest. Lying in bed scrolling is passive, but it is not restorative. Active rest is doing things that regenerate you without high stimulation. This means walking without headphones, cooking, drawing, or just staring out a window. It sounds incredibly boring, I know, but that boredom is the fertilizer for your motivation. There's also a physical aspect we cannot ignore, often referred to as your circadian rhythm. If you are viewing bright lights late at night and staying in dark rooms during the day, your biological clock is confused. It doesn't know when to release cortisol for energy or melatonin for sleep. You are living in a permanent state of jet lag without ever leaving your house. The fix is simple but non-negotiable. View sunlight within 30 minutes of waking. It signals your body that the day has begun and sets a timer for your sleep hormone to release roughly 16 hours later. You are not broken, you are not lazy, and you are likely not burned out in the traditional sense. You are just chemically overloaded. Your brain is trying to protect you by forcing you to stop. But you don't need to stop. You need to reset. Start treating your energy like a bank account. Stop spending it on things that give you zero return on investment. The moment you stop flooding your system with cheap rewards, your natural drive will come back. You will remember what it feels like to be excited about life again. It won't happen overnight, but it starts with the decision to put the phone down and let yourself be just a little bit bored. If you found value in this perspective and want to learn more about optimizing your mental operating system, make sure to hit the like button. It helps us reach more people who need this reset. And for more content on mental clarity, health, and brain optimization, make sure to subscribe to Mind Reset Hub. Your mind is powerful. It just needs the right reset. See you in the next one.